act with reckless joy in my campaign, and
How dare you,
shall
sir?
be punished.
Gather round and listen to a tale of brave souls, big and small, where they go on adventures, where they may trip but never fall. Trials, triumphs, and doing their best. Join us, friends, on a stumble quest. Last time on Stumble Quest.
I'm new to Doc Ryan. Very excited to see the town, and if you had some time today, I was thinking maybe you would like to go for a walk around town and show me some sights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And she says that she wants to go show you her favorite place.
I want to go see
which
your
has
favorite
a
place.
wonderful view.
Knack's a giant bug, right? Like, he's a bug? He's a bug man? Is this something that we need to worry about? Because, like, there's bugs. I've seen bugs out in the wild, and I assume they were on dates, I guess. And then one of them died.
Okay, so as you guys are standing outside the temple and having this argument, you're putting Brix down, and you see in front of you, there is a praying mantis in the midst of eating another praying mantis.
Just a regular ass bug, like on a
Yeah,
leaf?
just a regular ass bug on a blade of grass. And as you guys are following Honey, eventually you see Doki's back as she's hunched over, eating something very vigorously.
We run over.
I would say we all run over at full speed.
Yeah.
Just before you guys get there, before Doki notices, her being much bigger than Knack, when she rolls back over, you can see Knack. And she's like,
Wow, the centipede meat is great.
You guys suck.
What are you doing here?
I thought I knew a thing or two about the Rat Queen because I lived in the swamps and you guys came by and we talked all the time and it was really nice. But then I was helping your friends look at the lizard and we figured some stuff out and stuff was going good. And then Brix and Art came back and then Brix was like, I saw a mantis eat another mantis and it was a lady eating a boy. I was like, oh, that's pretty crazy. And I asked your friends and I was like, hey man, do Thry Queen eat that? Does the lady Thry Queen eat the boys? And they said, yeah, dude. And then I was like, oh no. And then I came back. We're like, we gotta get Knack. And now we're here. And they were fucking lying to me, weren't they?
Knack is blushing.
And he walks up and goes, actually, second thought. We're not even just yet. What you can do for me is give me a map to where you said those rivers go.
sure, hang on. And then he like ruffles around through one of his co-workers' bags for a sec, pulls out a map, and he hands it to you guys.
I think I know where we go next. I guess we have to wait until Knack has done his date. And it might be kind of late, and it'll be dinner time. Well, I know where to go tomorrow. And he looks back off in the distance.
Knack has 3 things he wants to do.
Go on.
He wants to sell some shit, some steel ingots and ore axes.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to appraise the frowny face sword.
Okay.
I'm not sure who I'd have to go to find out. And I want to get a new weapon forged.
Okay.
So
right.
Knack is going to go out for a day on the town.
All right.
Actually, Knack is going to ask Doki if she knows where I can do all of these things.
Well, Doki can lead you to the marketplace and who would be most likely to give you the best price on things. And it was the...
I want to...
Oh, the appraisal, that's right.
I want to check out what's on this sword, because it's obviously an enchanted weapon.
Yes. Okay. So, for that, you would be going to the same person as who would be reforging the Githka. And they are somebody who works out of the City Hall building. They're working in the same floor, but not in the same room as all of their records, which are just walls and walls of like scrolls and books and shit, which is just records of things that their people have done, and they do a lot of like the ceremonial stuff. So they work with the Githkas and do a lot of rituals and work with magic items sometimes.
Okay.
It's also where any of their mages are. They don't have a whole lot of mages, but any of them that do, they study in this area here.
Fuck yeah, let's go to that joint.
Okay, fine. All right. So you make your way back over to City Hall. Knack in awe of the statues again as he walks past them.
That's it?
Yeah.
And then he keeps going? Okay.
Wait, Honey and Socks are still with Art, yeah? I think so.
I think when we all
Babysitting.
I think when we all reconvened, Honey at least stayed with Knack.
I'll take my
Art might
babies.
still have Socks unless you've actively
I'll take
said
'em.
like Socks, come on.
Yeah, I'll take them.
Yeah, but we were all together, so I figured Knack
Okay,
kind of
yeah.
has them back.
Yeah, I'll take them back.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. They do request that Honey chills outside, though, so as to not disturb any of their old records.
Honey, you keep an eye on Socks now, buddy. You keep an eye on that baby. Don't let him wander off.
They kind of like give each other a weird look, but are good. Frogger
I trust you.
staring at you. As
Frogger,
walk
you
inside.
watch these two and make sure they don't do anything.
His eyes kind of like walleye, and he looks at both of them.
That's fucked up.
Hey, man. He's doing his job.
Yeah,
Frog
he
man.
listened.
Hey.
He clearly understands.
Sweet, dude.
We're learning more about Frogger.
I hate that frog.
I hate that frog so much.
He's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
so
cursed.
Double war. Okay, so I have 2 double ore axes and 3 regular ore axes. Are regular ore axes the same as a war axe?
The double ones are the
Oh, gotcha.
the
Got
double
it.
bladed.
There's the double bladed axe.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then the other one is just the single bladed.
God damn, that's some good money.
Yeah,
Like really good money.
these things ain't cheap.
I made like over 200 gold.
Weapons ain't cheap, dude.
So Knack has successfully sold the items that he really didn't earn himself. He just inherited them from some dead guys.
Yeah.
Inherited them.
You're just borrowing them.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I just left it there to rot, then those guys died for nothing.
It's true.
Okay. So per ingot, you get 2 gold.
I'm arriving at the
City Hall. You're gonna go to the room adjacent to the records room,
Where-
which is pretty much just
what's
their
this place like?
all-purpose ceremony room.
Ah,
Yeah, where they, pretty much have detailing, like scrolls detailing different rituals and things.
Weddings, funerals, hatchings, I assume.
Things like that, yeah. And, like, different things for, like, different seasonal celebrations and such as a fall celebration.
Ooh. When Knack is approaching this room, his eyes are getting wider and wider in anticipation, and he slowly pulls out his notepad and he gets ready. He's very excited about this.
Yeah.
Before he enters the room, he hesitates and looks at Doki. Should I wipe my feet before entering this room?
I think you should be fine.
Knack-
Probably.
Knack takes
She, like, looks down on her own foot. She's like,
Should I wipe my feet?
I mean, Knack takes a tiptoey step into the room very carefully.
sick, dude. Yeah.
Looks around.
It's a decently high ceilinged place with, like, all the classical woodworking that you've come to expect from the city in your brief time here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is a little bit more, detailed, being that it's their biggest, most important building.
It's their fanciest room.
Yeah. This room in particular has one wall that has several, like, ancient ass Githkas that they've got mounted up on the wall, all from, like, different generations and shit, and they all look slightly different. Like, some of the curves of the blades on either end are different. And
Were they
like,
owned by like cool warriors?
Yeah, man. A lot of them.
Fuck.
The one that's farthest up at the top was the one that was owned by the founder of their community, the one that the community is named after.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Just goes down and down a bunch of like notable figures throughout their history.
Knack is in awe and sketches down the rough outlines of each different Githka.
Hell yeah.
And makes note of who owned them.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that's important. It's just a little thing.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Knack.
And there's a few people mulling about, working, keeping various records. There's only about 3 people here. Just
okay.
Knack notes and such.
Knack reaches to his side bag and pulls out his broken Githka, which he has like put together and wrapped up.
Yeah.
And he holds them in his hands, looking for someone to go speak to. I guess he goes up to those guys.
Yeah. And one of them catches notice of you approaching with your broken Githka, turns to you, is like, "Oh my, what happened?"
Greetings. I'm Knack from the Bell Druid Glades.
Hello.
This is my first time.
You're from quite a long ways away.
Indeed, this is my first time in Dokrai. I'm so pleased to see the traditional ways of my people. And I figured it would be best to come to you to see if I could find someone who can repair traditional Thrycreen weapons. I have this Githka that was given to me by my druid glade, and I have some materials I'd like to work with, if it's possible to perhaps forge this into a new weapon.
Well, it certainly helps that you came prepared. Thank you very much. That is wonderful, and I apologize that such an important thing was broken.
Where did I get this weapon? Out of character.
Out of character? I mean, I would say that probably somebody in your druid glade was also a Thrycreen, and after the whole snafu with your parents going on, they, I don't want to say use parts of them. No.
So this wasn't
but they knew that that would be important to you, so they made something that would keep you close to
my roots.
Your heritage.
Okay.
So it's a gift from somebody in your druid glade that is made in honor of your parents. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I relay this information to them, and I say it's unfortunate, but if even a small part of this could be used in making something even better, then it would all be worth it, and it would still have hold the same feelings to me. I pull out the materials I have to work with.
Great. Yeah.
Since it's made out of
bug parts
and chitin and stuff like that, keratin and the such. I figured that maybe I could use this.
Yeah. So you hand over everything. He takes everything and looks at you, then looks at Doki, who gives him like a knowing nod of approval and just being like, yeah, this guy's legit kind of thing. He's like, well, absolutely. I would be more than happy to fix this up for you. I will keep as much of the original Githka as I possibly can. And you can expect this done in the next 2 to 3 days.
Great. Can do. Thank you.
He puts everything aside. He puts everything on the desk next to him. Kind of gives you a little bow.
Oh. Knack
it's like, please.
Holds in his excitement.
Enjoy your stay and welcome home, brother.
Thank you. I look forward to being able to continue to represent my people with this new weapon. One other thing. I found this in my travels, and I pull out the sword with the frowny face, and I'm careful not to hold it by the handle because Knack is still kind of convinced that it might be cursed.
You just don't like magical items in general, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Before I wasn't even handling it with my hands. No, I don't do that. But Knack says, I found this in my travels, and it's seems to emanate magic power.
Sad boy energy.
I'm not sure if that's a curse or an enchantment, but I was wondering if there's anyone amongst you that might be able to tell me what this does.
The one that you're talking to, who is agreeing to fix your Githka, kind of breaks his stoic character a little bit, and is like, he could, and like points to one of the dudes that's working in the corner, who looks up from his notes, is like, what? Hey, hi. He's got like a big loose hooded coat on.
Oh, cool.
And is like,
So,
Is he like a wizard?
watching your body language while you were saying that, I literally thought you were about to go, hi! Hi!
hey,
I'm here now!
what's up, dude?
Fuck off!
He's just there.
Fuck
He's got
off,
the guy
man.
with a hood, and he pulls the hood back, and it's just
It was
Saul.
me all along.
Hi! I come here on weekends.
I summer here.
I have a part-time job. Better not tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone back home.
If you tell anyone, I swear to God, you're a dead man.
Just kidding, or am I?
Oh, you'll never know. Bye. He's like, I do some work with magical items. I guess I'm the closest thing to a maid around here right
I was
now.
gonna say I do something around here.
I do something. I don't know.
I guess I have a job here. I
I'm kind of new, honestly.
I present the sword to him and I say, I found this. Where did I find it? On a caravan, right?
Yeah.
I found this on a caravan in the swamp that had been attacked by monsters. The frowny face seems to imply that this might have some sort of enchantment. I'm not sure. Do you think you can maybe tell me what it does? Is the frowny face like a frowny like Walmart fucking face? Like
Yeah, it's like a big cartoony emoticon.
it's not even
face.
like a face of like.
No.
There is an emoji on your sword.
Yeah, it's an angry emoji, but otherwise it looks like a regular ass sword.
If I use this, I want to call it the emoji blade.
Sure.
No,
He
maybe.
shuffles his sleeves over his hands before he takes it, and he's like, okay, well, I'll see what I can do.
I can come back
He
later.
like rests it down and starts shuffling through some scrolls and such, like
I
a
mean-
barrel full of loose scrolls.
I'll pay you for your work. And I mean, if you want me to come back later, like,
Yeah, sure.
you know what?
I'll charge you when you're back.
I'll be back in a
It's
couple
like-
of days. I mean, yeah. So
Yeah,
take your time,
ruffling through
man.
Some shit. Thanks. The first guy's like, "Thank you very much for stopping by."
Thank you. I bow to both of them, and I look at Doki like, oh boy.
She's she's smiling really wide and is really happy for you.
By
is like-
smiling, you mean
Her mandibles
the
are very
mandibles
far apart.
stretch further apart. Yeah.
Horrifying. I mean, I'm sure to you, you're just like, ooh, so cute. Everyone else, well, we're not
It's like-
there, but we're just like,
You have such lovely dimples.
Where? It's like
Ew, how many?
carapace.
Ah.
Okay, so what was happening? Knack was getting his shit fixed and getting his sword identified with a frowny face on
Well,
it.
I'm going
Yeah.
back to meet up with the party now.
Okay. Yeah, it's, I mean, late enough in the day that, I mean, this is obviously up to you guys, but it might be a better idea to wait till tomorrow's set out on wherever you guys end up going. It's going to be like a little bit of travel, so.
Yeah, I would say Art's going to assume that we would wait.
Yeah,
Till
you don't want to,
tomorrow
like,
till we
travel
travel.
for, like, 1 hour and then need to sleep.
Yeah. And yeah, the only thing I'm going to do before night is pray. So,
Should we have, like, a vote on whether or not everybody is just hanging out at the tavern, or
I mean,
is
I
everybody
would
cool
say.
with that? To say that
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
just
Yeah,
how
yeah, yeah.
people are
Back to the
passing time?
tavern?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So we
It's where
meet
we
up at
spend
the
our
tavern.
time.
yeah.
Well, if you didn't, you'd have to change your name. Of
Yeah,
the group,
exactly.
so-
Yeah. Okay. So we're at the tavern.
Yeah, so you're hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you just wait until it's like dark-ish.
Yeah.
Well, Knack was going to, full disclosure, tell the party that he will need to return after whatever we do to
Okay.
Dockrai in a few days.
That's fine. We were probably going to have to hire a boat from here anyway.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, beach.
Beach?
Knack basically just explains how important the weapon is, but we don't
Aw.
have to wait around
What about
Oh.
the fucking frowny face sword?
and that. I'm gonna come back for it. I said I'll be back in a couple days.
It's haunted.
Hell yeah, beach.
Hell yeah, B.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so it's dork out now.
Before we get on with that, I just want to say Oswalt in general is keeping an eye out for those two dickheads.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Pretty fair.
yeah,
Are
just
those
so you
two
know.
dickheads
Yeah.
in the tavern tonight?
Not tonight.
Good.
No, but you've definitely, like, in passing, seen them around town throughout the day, so they're still here.
Okay.
They're just not here.
Yeah,
Oswalt,
but we were also walking around with honey and shit, so I'm sure if they saw us, they'd just
Yeah.
and like look in the opposite direction.
Yeah, or they would have just, like, went somewhere else or
yeah,
something.
and whether Art knows it or not, Oswalt intends to and will continue to share a room with him while they're here because he's
Yeah.
afraid of getting stabbed in the middle of the night.
That's fine.
Aw.
That's fine. I mean, we have the arrangements all set up, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Hey,
Shut up, Brix. I don't have a lot
all right,
of gold
I believe
left.
it was 7 gold per night. You guys are
Okay.
sharing rooms, so it's
Motherfucker.
split amongst you.
And free for Brix.
Did you guys have any meals whilst you were?
Just a standard, whatever the
I'm
shit.
just gonna take my ration out.
Oswalt
so
had some wine because you gave that monkey to him.
3 ass gold for everybody who ate at the tavern.
Yeah,
Okay, including wine,
Wine. Hang on.
because Art also had a glass of wine for sure.
Ew.
We're in
One
wine
gold.
country right now.
Yeah.
1 gold for a glass of wine. 'Cause they have some good ass wine there,
Good ass.
So just like out of character,
despite it being the equivalent of $1. What?
yeah, just for out of character stuff. Should Oswalt not be in the room while you tangle with Jesus?
Up to Oswald. I feel like Art has like got the room and basically said like, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
talk to God upstairs. I'm gonna talk to the big guy upstairs. Upstairs. So like, just so you know, if you were to come in on that, that's what he's doing.
Okay.
Because he wouldn't just like leave people in the dark and then be like talking to himself when you came in. So
No, I only ask because I kind of feel like he's eager to get going, and he's also still generally anxious about those people fucking around, so he probably
Yeah.
wants to hide in a room.
that's fair. No, I would say, so if we were doing this in character, you know, it would be very, you're welcome to be there when I'm there. I feel like I speak out loud a lot to God, but I can try not to. But that's fine. He's comfortable in that situation.
Okay.
So. Sick, dude. Yeah.
Then I would say Oswald probably goes upstairs with Art and kind of just tucks in for bed.
Okay.
Sick.
He's not interested in listening in because he thinks all this God shit is stupid, but
Whoa.
I like that in a world where God's actually
Objectively
fully
exist.
objectively exist.
he does not think gods aren't real. He
Yeah.
just thinks they're dicks.
That's fair. Given the exposure he's had so far,
1 out of 2.
1 out of
Have
2,
been
50% of gods have been dicks. So
So yeah.
yeah.
Actually, if you think about it, maybe he even thinks 1 out of 3 because I don't know if Brix has been telling Oswald
No.
about what's happened.
You
Yeah,
haven't.
and I mean,
Has Brix?
I know Knack
think
has
so.
kind of like Oswald might think the life god's a dick, but I think Knack's still pretty cool with the life god.
He's also just generally uncomfortable with the idea of you guys. He thinks you're too good to be worshiping other things.
Aw.
Oh, Brix doesn't worship.
I know
anything.
you don't.
Yeah.
You're arguing with one.
Yeah.
Knack is
She's having like teenage, angry kid fights, basically.
With a god that's actually fighting back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knack kind of understands like the nature of the way gods act. Like he understands that they exist on like another plane, and they usually deal in their like I don't know. They don't meddle much in our affairs or anything like that. They don't really like. He just kind of understands that all gods are just kind of like that, and he's fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Well, for the current situation, I would say Oswalt goes upstairs with you, basically says, enjoy your phone call,
Yep.
and then literally just goes
Cool.
just goes right to sleep.
Yeah, Oswald can really sleep through anything, huh?
Yeah.
he's
That'll
pretty
happen
bad
when you live in a swamp.
Yeah.
Just got
You
a
have
fucking
to hear fucking gators fighting shit all night.
yeah. Just got a bunch of fucking leeches eating one of your feet. You just sleep through that.
Gators
You wake up
fighting
without a
shit.
foot, and it's whatever.
Whatever, man. This is the life I chose.
Well,
The
not
life.
really,
Sort of.
but
It's the life
Yeah.
you half chose.
yeah.
I'm gonna ring God. What's up,
Yo,
boys?
we saw Bish.
What's up? Yeah.
Where's that?
What's up? Okay, let's not do that.
Why not? That would
It's
be great.
been long enough. I think we can bring it back.
Let's bring.
Yeah, it's been since the
Like-
early 2000s.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like late 90s,
What's
early
that?
2000s.
Yeah.
something like
What's
that.
up? Yeah.
Started
Terrible. Let's not do that.
No, exactly. You do it and it feels bad. It
It,
just
does-
feels bad.
it feels really,
feels bad.
really bad.
Yeah.
So it's a terrible vibe check. Is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Bad vibe check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vibe has been checked. The
It's
vibe
bad.
has been confirmed as bad.
Bad.
We are going to move on from the vibe and find a new vibe
That is a
to
good vibe
check.
to check. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
you're
opening a connection to Freylor.
okay. So, meditating, kind of making
Yeah.
everything blank in your mind. As a visual representation of this picture, like art, just essentially the same way that it shows like 11 trying to channel the Upside Down
I've never.
in Stranger Things.
I've never watched this.
Really? Well,
It's spooky. I don't do spooky.
spooky is great.
It's also
But yeah,
extremely charming.
It
Yeah, I
just
know,
shows it's just art in a totally black space with a slight reflection underneath them.
Okay.
That's how we can imagine this, him meditating to try and communicate with Freylor.
Okay. So wait, does Freylor have like a physical thing
Manifestation?
that I talk
Not really,
to?
you just
Okay.
hear him.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Or hear it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, or them or whatever.
Yeah, hear them.
Yeah. But yeah.
Hear
We
Zer.
hear Freylor.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what the appropriate thing would be.
Yeah.
But yeah. You hear Freylor.
Yeah.
You hear their voice.
What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Man,
Stop.
Hello, my child.
Sorry, I'm slowing.
What's up, dude? How's it going?
Stop. Give me God.
Sorry, hey, hang on. Beep, beep, beep. Hello? Moshi Moshi.
Start that over.
what's up, dude?
Stop! You're gonna ruin it again!
We're too punchy. We're too punchy for Saw, dude. Anyway.
We really, really fucking are. Sawdu will ruin us. Alright. Hello, my child.
Freylor, it's been a while. We've been busy.
It has been a while, but I've had my eye on you, yes.
I wanted to ask you about a few things. I'm feeling a little lost, so I thought maybe you could give me some direction.
Of course. Ask what you need.
I had a dream the other night, and in it, there were people from my past, and they were in pain, and I couldn't help them. I could only see what they were going through. And I can't think of the meaning of this dream.
Well, what I can tell you is that your dreams, unlike dreams of some creatures from other far-off realms, the images therein do not come from a far-off place, and they do not tell of some strange occurrence. They merely reflect something that you feel or know to be true, or some thought that you'll carry within you. So whatever it is you've seen, you say that you saw people you wished to help but couldn't.
perhaps something has reawakened some sense of guilt in you and has been weighing on your mind, not even necessarily with you knowing of it. Or maybe something has happened to people that you know where you feel you should know something, but you aren't necessarily sure of what it is.
All right. Art kind of nods.
Mm-hmm.
Accepts this as, you know, about as much of an answer as you're going to get from a god. I'll think on that. And speaking of people that I know and things I think I should know, I feel like my friend Brix is communicating with a higher power that I can't identify. Have you seen anything of that?
I have been watching over you and your friends for quite some time now. I have seen your friend communicate with something. That something is not something that I'm familiar with. It's not one of us, and it is not one of the old gods. It is something newer, but older.
That's what I was afraid of. All right.
If you can, I would try to caution your friend.
I will do that. Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
Of course. And I will always be here for you, my child.
Thank you, Freyla. And yeah, that's it. That's basically what we wanted to cover.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Woo!
Bad things.
Bad things.
No, it's fine.
Thumbs
All
up.
around. It's not bad. Why is it bad? It's not bad.
Bad things are good when you're trying to tell a story.
Mhm.
Da-da-da. Why are you looking at flumps?
I'm reading about
I
them.
see you over there looking at flumps.
Did you know flumps are hyper intelligent?
Not in this world.
Okay.
I did know that, but flumps are so fucking useless. Why would you make them intelligent?
Because they're psychic and
No, but I
Talk to
hate
each other.
psionics.
All right. So does anything else happen the rest of the night, or do we all just sleep?
No, you sleep.
Okay.
Unless anyone else wants
Art
anything
has
to
the
happen.
same dream again, though.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
It's a really fun recurring dream that I like to have.
Cool.
yeah. It's focused more on Johan this time, though.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you're pretty much glued to the outside of his room,
Cool.
and you can't exactly say what's happening, but it's very bad.
Yeah. And Johan is certainly dead? Did I see him die? Do I know if he's dead?
You certainly saw him real fucked up at the thing.
Cool.
You are
I'm pretty sure
positive
that
he's dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You watched him get his vibe checked.
Yeah. I watched him get his vibe
Watched him
checked.
get his vibe checked all over the interior of that necromancer hideout.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
He left some of his vibe at the entrance, some at the exit, some in between.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Some of it even got checked in the woods.
Oh, wow.
You had to pick some of his vibe out of your helmet.
Oh.
No! Night passes. Art has terrible dreams. Again, mostly about Johan. Sun rises, though, and everybody's good. Art is slightly less rested, but still technically has a full night's rest.
I like you just generally being like, you don't sleep well anymore, ever.
I mean, I can relate. Big mood.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Sweet.
So
Oswalt.
you all wake up in your rooms and whatever, and Oswalt does a thing, apparently.
Oswalt is eager to go.
His
bunny slippers on, or is he?
No, I would say he was probably up and downstairs before the rest of y'all, and he's
Yeah.
just kind of doing like the come on.
All right, I'll say like Art follows pretty quickly after. I feel like he's a fairly light sleeper, so
Yeah.
what someone's up or sleeper,
Yeah,
like
I was gonna
light
say.
in meditation. So when he senses that Oswald's up and about, he's just gonna head down.
Okay.
Art is essentially a witcher. He doesn't sleep. He just meditates,
sleep.
and he has enhanced senses to a degree.
He's always taking baths.
Fuck yeah, that's right. He's
should take-
covered in scars.
He should take more baths, is what we're learning.
Hell yeah.
More bath scenes.
Anyway,
Is this turning into an anime with gratuitous shower scenes and shit?
Absolutely. We're gonna do a beach episode.
Yeah.
finally. I mean, we're at the beach now. We just aren't having a proper beach episode
It's
yet.
true.
Well, no, we're at the
beach.
harbor. We're at where land meets sea. We're not at the beach. You have
We'll
not
get there.
specified that there is a beach specifically here.
We'll get to a beach.
And when there is, we're going to commandeer the campaign
And
do
have a beach episode. Yeah, I feel like when we're outside of the city, like a little bit towards like the desert, a little bit towards the coast, we'll end up at a beach because that's what a beach is.
Yeah,
Is sand and water.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Beach.
All right.
All right, so everybody's up and downstairs now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Brix, Knack,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Libra is waking up slowly.
Is Libra coming with?
I mean, he's just around.
Is he coming with us though?
We could ask
I
him to
mean-
come with us.
I guess I could do that in character.
Yeah.
He's like gently rocking Libra a little bit. So,
Libra's waiting to get his coffee from Cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like not going away.
you coming? You coming to the thing? We're gonna go do the thing. You gonna come do the thing?
Sure. What thing? Oh, the monsters and shit. Yeah, sure. Yeah, man. Absolutely. He's very tired.
Yeah, I get that.
He's not a morning person.
All right. Oswalt walks out of the pub.
Oh wow, you're like really getting.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oswalt feels responsible for this shit. So
Okay, cool.
Oswalt leads the party to where we found the lizard and then north or
So you guys all exit the pub.
Yeah.
It's still pretty early in the day. It's early morning. I want to say like 8:30 in the morning, 9 maybe, something like that. So it's early, but it's not unreasonable for people to be awake and out. Mm-hmm. At this point,
people
as
going
you
to
guys
work.
are leaving the anthill, it seems as though closer to the gate, a crowd has gathered and are murmuring amongst themselves.
Fun.
Over which you can hear a couple of voices yelling about something.
Oswalt investigate.
I have a guess as to who they are and what they're yelling about. Let's continue.
What up?
Oswalt investigates.
All right, so yeah, as you may have guessed, it is Brett and Cyril Murphy, and they
Those
are
fucking assholes.
yelling about how they believe Oswalt to be the culprit behind all of this. And based on the reactions of the crowd and how they very quickly stepped away from you as you entered the crowd, you gather that they're mostly on their side.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Might be a bad idea to kill the two of them right now, wouldn't it?
Yes, says
Yeah.
Art in character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe possibly at all.
No, they're gonna get it eventually. You can't watch me all the time.
Wow.
Can't make Oswald a sympathetic character if he kills them.
These
You gotta let them
motherfuckers-
kill
Sure he
them.
can.
You gotta let them kill themselves.
They are bullies.
These
You gotta
guys,
do the Disney thing.
these guys are gonna get
No.
vibe checked hard. Anyway,
Hell yeah, B.
We should have never learned what vibe check means.
is
Yeah,
there
honestly.
Can't just murder bullies.
fuck that,
What kind
yes,
of
I
message
can.
is that gonna send?
Don't be a bully.
violence solves problems.
Is there what?
So these are all Thry Queen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any of the ones that I were? Because you have to understand, I worked all day with a bunch of them. I've been helping them. I've been very...
One of them is around.
One of them is around?
Yeah. But I mean, the vast majority of them are all... Like, it's a very big chunk of the city's population.
Sure.
Just gathered around listening to what these guys have to say, because most of them haven't seen you at all.
That's true.
All right.
And the only thing anyone has seen you do is bring in a lizard that is one of the monsters that is causing them problems that you were controlling.
Yeah.
That's fair. What are their names?
So...
Brett and Cyril.
Well, okay, really quick, because I feel like this is important. You said, I walked up, you said they parted, so I'm assuming those two guys saw me.
Oh, yeah.
What did they do as soon as they saw me? Are they just going on?
They are
with
drawing attention to you immediately.
All right.
They're saying, like, it's not been long since all these problems started, and he shows up. Look at him. He's carrying with him a human skull.
Oswalt smiles and waves at everybody. Kind of finger
Knack
guns.
hops up on top of Honey.
Most likely the skull of one of his victims.
Art.
Oh, wait,
He
hold on.
practices the dark arts, and we threw him out of our town for it.
Knack hops up on top of Honey and stands tall on Honey and creates a fireball in his hand and throws it straight up in the air to get everyone's attention.
I mean, that'd certainly do it.
Yeah.
How dare all of you, Knack says in Frycreen.
They're like,
This is the sweetest man I've ever known in my whole life.
Oswald doesn't understand any of this, so he's just smiling. And
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a lot of-
it's like,
We're actively working with the research station to fix all of this, to find out where those monsters are coming from. We were actually going to do that right now.
okay, go on. Is there any more to that?
Oswald's a good man, and he's innocent. He was not even here when this started.
Okay.
not understanding anything that Nat goes, he just goes, "This." He holds up Wick's skull and goes, "I didn't kill this guy. I found this shit."
Also, that
Art,
skull...
like, gingerly puts a hand on Wick's skull, and Oswald's hand is just like, put it down.
I also
put
say
it
I
down
point at the skull and I say that skull is also our friend, and he's also a good boy.
Okay, so for the most part, up until the skull bit, the crowd of Thrycreen were kind of like visibly on the fence, right? They were like, oh, like, I don't know, these guys are making a lot of sense, but so are these guys. Like, he's saying, like, that they're working with us, all that shit, and then you point out the skull, and they're like, I don't know.
Are we really going
Alright,
to judge a man like this on his profession?
Hold on
We
a
have
second.
wizards here.
Hold on a second. I would like to point out something. This is from a race of people that make weapon out of chitin, which is something common among insects, which they are.
Common among insects, not among humans.
My point is they're making stuff out of body parts.
Yes, but they recognize the cultural difference.
Well, fuck them. They don't know my goddamn culture.
Judge not our friend on his profession.
They have no knowledge of what Oswald does.
Okay. It sounds like Brix is going to do something, but Art may serve as a passable distraction. Art's going to get up and stand next to the boys.
Okay.
On
Next to Brett and Cyril?
No, next to Brett and Cyril.
And Brix is gonna sneak over and tie their goddamn shoelaces together.
Hide.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm...
But Brix is doing this while you're about
Brix
to
is
talk.
doing this while I'm
Sick.
getting up.
Is that fucking... That was a 3 and a 4. I mean, you do it. It doesn't matter. You beat them.
Yeah, just
by
with
your
my-
modifier alone,
Yeah, just by
unless
the
you rolled a nat 1.
No, I rolled an 8. So
Exactly.
Whatever that is, plus 17.
Your roll was better than theirs, too.
Not even by a lot, but just her modifier is just ridiculous. Anyways.
Cool. So while Brix is tying their shoes together, Art, confident that... Because he doesn't understand what Knack said, but confident that Knack was saying kind of the same thing.
Just based on his, like, body language and
Based
stuff.
on his body language, based on, like, how well we all know each other at this point, that we're traveling together.
And the reactions of the crowd kind of being, like, unsure about things.
Yeah.
Just kind of, like, looking at each other. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna get up and say, for some reason, these men have had a bone to pick with us since we came to town.
A bone to pick with us. Anyways.
But my friends and I are only here to help, and we are going to go out and find the source of this dark magic today. So, whether you believe us or not, that's what we're doing, and we mean nothing but good things.
I want to loosen their belts.
Wah wah.
Another hide, please.
Oh, my pants! Oh, my shoes!
Wow, I can't believe they rolled identically.
Identically bad.
It's not great.
33.
I mean, you actually literally doubled.
You
their
just
scores, so.
took their pants off.
I don't want to take them off. I just want to loosen them.
Yeah.
You want to unbuckle them, like...
So that they fall down.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want me to roll a diplomacy, or...?
Sure, yeah.
I'm scared.
That'd be
to roll
great.
The dice.
Because at this point in time, the crowd is very much on the brothers' side. Like, because, again, they don't know anything about you guys. Yeah. These guys have been there for, like, a little bit longer than you guys, so...
So that's a 28.
Woo!
Damn.
Art out here rolling.
Pretty good.
Art has really good diplomacy. He just never uses it. So I will say that he, like, definitely is giving off a very, like, paladin-esque air, a very trustworthy
Yeah, he's, like,
air.
puffed out his chest a little bit. He's like...
Yeah, feigning a confidence that we know he doesn't have.
He's almost glowing in the sun with like the armor being so shiny and everything.
And while he's ahead, is going to say, "Judge us how you will."
I did have a... Sorry to interrupt, but I did have a... I had it as an active skill, but I've since made it just a essentially cantrip thing for the Wind Clan.
Oh.
Where essentially it's just a dramatic breeze, and it just makes, like, any loose clothing and hair on you, like, flow a little bit more, and gives you, like, an air of, like...
Yes.
Just intrigue, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I'm also doing
I'm
that
just like...
at that point.
You just look important and cool.
Yeah. And he's just going to say, "Judge us how you will, and regardless of your opinion of us, we will help you and we will solve this problem." And he's going to get down and invite everyone to leave with him.
And Oswalt, in a rare moment of clarity, is going to keep his fucking mouth shut.
Knack pulls out. Knack fumbles with his stuff in his cloak and pulls out his guild emblem, and holds it up. He says,
"We're with the guild. We handle stuff like this. Consider this situation handled."
Brett and Cyril clearly respond to the speech that Art made, and visibly to the guild emblem, because they're from the same town as Oswalt, right? So they recognize that and recognize it as a big part of their towns. But while they had a moment of weakness, as it were, they're still standing up on their literal soapbox, trying to convince the crowd, because they firmly believe it is Oswalt's doing that all of this is happening.
I want to give their pantaloons just a little tuggy tug.
It's taking too long.
It's taking too goddamn long.
All right.
Their pants
well, I
Pants are
was
too
literally
tight. They're,
about to do a thing where
hiked
they
up.
were
Okay,
gonna,
okay, great,
Okay,
alright.
yeah. So Brett tries to take a step forward and start speaking again, saying, "We have bit," and "We have bit," and then they, trying to take a step forward, trip on their tied together shoelaces.
Yep.
And as they step forward, hang on. What is it? It fell underneath there. Okay, yep. Alright, so as he falls forward, ends up grabbing Cyril's collar of his shirt, dragging the two of them down, falling down off the soapbox. The crowd does not react really, but like just the pure silence is the reaction. So
Yeah.
they're just
In the
kind of
silence-
looking at them, both laying down on the muddy ass ground.
Brix just yells from like kind of behind them, but like she's mixed into the crowd a little bit.
How can we trust these guys? Look at them, they're fools.
And then she goes, "Ah!" and pulls their pants down.
I want to say that as they fell, their pants started to fall down a
Yeah.
little
Their
bit.
pants just fly off in the air.
Somehow, even though their shoes are tied together, their pants just
They're
fly
falling.
off.
Oh no, our pants!
Oh, our pants! Wait, how did they
Together.
They were wearing tearaways.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're like buttoned down the sides, and as they fell, they were like. So their pants not only fly away, but fly away in two different directions. Sick.
See, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you know I'm trustworthy. My pants stay fastened.
And he shows off his
Oswalt,
belt.
let's go. We're leaving.
So as they fall down into the muddy ass ground, face first, one brother dragging the other one down, literally, the crowd pauses for what is probably only a second, but feels like fucking forever, just because it's dead silent.
And
They,
Brix
after a
yells.
little bit, they start murmuring amongst themselves, kind of being like, you know, you really do look kind of stupid. Man. I don't know.
And our group's got a Thry-Creen. I don't know.
Oswalt, like I said, he's keeping his mouth shut because he knows this is a volatile situation, and he's also a little tilted, so he doesn't want to
Yeah.
fuel the fire. But he is kind of standing up straight and holding his suit jacket, trying to look respectable while this is happening.
Yep. Meanwhile, the
And-
fucking skull you had on you
No,
is
and-
fully visible.
Yes, no, he's not hiding the skull. Like, he had held it up and he's holding it, and he's like, I have nothing to hide. I have done nothing wrong. I found a human skull and I use it for dark magic. What do you want?
Cool.
He did
That
not.
last. You want to say that last bit again?
No, we don't say. None of that
no,
is said. None of that is out loud.
No, none of that is out loud, but he's just basically saying, I'm not hiding anything with his body language.
Cool. All right.
And if at any point Art starts to walk out of the town, like, Oswald's kind of following Art's lead right now.
Yeah, and Art will, like, after he said his piece, be heading toward the town gate. And I will say, when he got off of the, like, soapbox, maybe, like, visually it was like a pat to Oswald's shoulder, and, like, actually it was like a little bit too hard, like, we're leaving. Right now.
All right. Okay, so as these two brothers are trying and failing to get back up, their
Also, they got
pants,
new
like,
shoes.
now, like, around their knees. They didn't fly off, but they're definitely around their knees, so they can't quite stand up, and their shoes are tied together, and they haven't quite realized that yet. And
Are
they're
they
like,
wearing underwear?
Yes.
Oh,
Damn.
God.
Embarrassing underwear.
It's got little hearts on it.
Holes,
They're wearing
It's-
underwear.
skid marks.
Oh, no.
For sure.
Oh, especially after the thing with
Yeah,
Honey. Of
for when the one
course.
guy shit himself.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
They're stained as fuck.
as we leave, does anything happen? Does
Yeah, as you guys are settling everything in this crowd, and the crowd is still around but murmuring amongst themselves, a couple people have broken off the crowd and started to leave. Doki and another tall female Thry-Creen figure step through the crowd. This Thry-Creen figure has a double-bladed orax strapped to their back.
Oh,
They
sick.
have a long, ornate red coat and a fancy-ass hat.
Fucking cool.
And they step forward, and she says,
What is the meaning of this? What is happening here?
You tell me. We were just heading out to try and save the city.
So you were the ones that were working with Doki, correct?
Yes.
Good. But I hear tell from these two that at least one of your companions is less than trustworthy, yes?
No.
No.
Well, at least some of what they say is true. He is carrying around a human skull of dubious origin at best.
Oswald holds up the skull and goes, Doobie, I found it.
As far as you say, yes.
First of all, I'm Art. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm sure. And I also have heard that you've helped my daughter, Doki.
Oh.
And on that basis alone, I'm willing to cut you some slack.
We don't mean to cause any trouble, and I admit, as a man of God, I was disturbed as well at first at what my friend here practices, but if you can perhaps take my word on it, he does not mean any harm.
Oswalt is visibly pissed.
Stand down.
Yeah.
Oswalt is glaring at this woman.
Yeah.
Based on Doki's account of your actions and your general demeanor, I truly do want to take you at your word. But as Dockmaster, I do also have to take into account the opinions of my people, and at present, they do not seem sure of what they think of all of you. But I will say, if you are successful in what you claim to try to do today, that is, finding the source of whatever is plaguing our nation here, then that will be good enough for me, and it will have to be good enough for my people.
Then we will do our best.
That said, to make sure that this is done correctly, I will send a couple of my most trusted guardsmen with you.
As long as they're not those two assholes, I'm good to go.
Of course not. These two are merchants. I don't care what happens to them.
That's not a swear.
You can't swear.
Just as a little detail, when she said, "If you solve this problem, then I'll trust you." Anybody who was standing near me heard Oswald go, and then kind of bite his tongue.
Yeah, it's not that she doesn't trust
subtle,
you. It's that she is forced to not trust you because of her people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Art's still, like, got the little, like, a little bit too, like, just don't fucking do it. Like, a hand on Oswald's shoulders being like, just don't do it.
You can feel
I'm saving this.
Yes.
Don't do it.
No, he is behaving, but he
Yes.
has tensed up, and you can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, in that case, as of this moment, you may now consider yourself, although informally, in my service. Now go forth and follow whatever lead it is you believe you have. The two men outside of the gate will accompany you and be replaced with two other men shortly thereafter.
Thank you for your assistance. We appreciate it.
She nods and then turns to disperse the crowd, and she pretty much just raises her hands and, like, shoos them all away. And they all listen. Doki, now identified as the Dockmaster's daughter,
Cute.
is just kind of next to her, and as she, like, turns to leave, Doki kind of lingers a little bit, looks nervously at you guys, and then follows her mother off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, good friends to make.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Knack.
I was gonna say something, but it's okay.
What were you gonna say?
Well, let's hear it.
As she's turning and walking away, Knack says, "Dockmaster."
Okay. She stops and turns.
He gets sheepish.
Like, only
and
halfway turns, so she's, like, giving you the side eye a little bit.
He gets sheepish and bows, and then says,
It is an honor to meet you. You have a very talented daughter.
Doki smiles. The Dockmaster just kind of gives you a look and grabs the tip of her hat and nods to you a little bit and continues on.
Knack's head sinks further into his shoulders.
Trying to get in good with the parents. He knows. He knows.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And he looks at Doki and says, "You didn't tell me."
I'm sorry, I didn't think about it.
You didn't think about it.
You think about the fact that your mom's the mayor? The fuck?
I mean, that's really cool, but you didn't tell me.
I'm sorry. We'll talk about this later.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
I promise I won't die.
And Knack runs
And she's
over
like,
to
"What?"
meet his group.
It's like, did you not see how close we were to dying in the last one where you had to fucking heal us all after the battle? Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's true.
Knack runs over
have to do
to
it.
the rest of you, and he's full of energy but very embarrassed.
Oh no.
All right. Well,
He's like, shit. Fuck. Was that stupid?
I think you're doing all right. But I also think we need to go.
Oh. Let's
Not-
go.
Yeah. Not sure we'll be welcome back here until this whole situation's resolved.
Yep.
Maybe it's because you didn't show her how much goo you spread. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe you didn't get big enough.
You know. I think we can probably.
I think you're confused as to what Thry Cream do.
That is possible. Also, maybe I'm just right.
Be that as it may, let's get out of
Okay.
here.
So
Yeah, guys, we have to go. We have to go earn their trust because apparently saving the Dockmaster's daughter's life, I don't know, like 2 or 3 times, and then handing them some abomination on a platter is not enough to earn their trust because skulls are spooky, guys. Skulls are
spooky.
No.
Oswalt?
What?
We need to go.
Yeah, we do.
They're pretty spooky, dude.
And
Oswald.
I'm not going to be having this conversation when we are meeting the people who are outside, who are going to accompany us. We are going to be a unified front, and we all know that you're fine, and you have to focus on our opinions of you and not those jerks in the square, all right?
Yeah, those jerks in the square.
Knack
I'll give them something.
Knack looks at Oswalt and says,
Oswald. I think skulls are pretty cool.
Thank you.
as you guys are stepping through the gate, you can hear the 2 brothers just saying, "We'll get you, Higgins."
I like that these guys are like cartoon bad guys, and I really
Yeah.
and then Oswalt might just murder them horribly.
They
Can
were
I whip a
supposed to
rock at
be
'em?
way more serious bad guys, but you guys keep fucking
We're
them
just
up.
taking the fucking
And I
piss out of them.
love it. It's so good. They weren't supposed to be like strong or anything. They were just supposed to
There's
be
gonna
like,
be like actual jerks. who are
yeah,
supposed
but
to, like,
you
ruin our lives.
totally undermine them, and it's amazing.
Yeah, Brix is really taking the piss out of them. Pretty
I
hard.
love that.
I don't want to hurt them necessarily.
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't
want
wanna
them to
hurt them.
stop.
Yeah. And as long as we're not hurting them, Art finds it very
I
funny.
love the fact that they don't even know why this keeps happening, though. Like, they have no idea.
I mean, don't they? Aren't they? You mean they don't believe their own stories?
No, I mean, they don't know that fucking... They have no idea that Brix has been unbuckling their shit and tying their
yeah,
shoelaces.
okay,
They
okay.
have no idea why that's happening. No
they just-
idea.
What the fuck?
It's
And
like
for all intents and purposes, they believe it was Oswald.
They probably do think it
Yeah.
was me.
Yeah.
They probably think I used.
his dark magic that tied our shoelaces together. And if
probably
they
had one of his
expressed
ghost
that to someone, they
friends
would
do it.
sound really dumb, which
Yeah.
I like.
They probably,
Yeah.
Exactly.
they probably
was
think
this-
you're
it was
making
this-
ghosts do it.
Dark magic. They
This
made
ghost-
us fall over. And
Made
all
my
the Thry Cream, you're
pants
like,
fall down.
Yeah.
He's got
no.
spooky shoelace ghosts.
Believe me, please.
Hey everybody, welcome to the end of StumbleQuest. It's me, Adam. I play Oswald, and I'm your locally grown editor. For new listeners, welcome to the show. We're happy to have you. And for old listeners, I'm sure you've noticed a change. The show's called StumbleQuest now. We decided to change it to basically have a title that better illustrates what the show is and the general vibe of the show. We'll still be known as the Killustrators as a group, so anything else we do as a group will have that somewhere. But the show is now called StumbleQuest, and we hope you like the new website. We worked really hard on it. If any of you have heard us talking on the listening parties or on the Discord about stuff that we've been working on behind the scenes for a while, this has been it. We hope you like the website. We think it turned out pretty good. It's going to have art. It's going to have more lore, more information about the characters, and we're going to be working on filling that stuff out more and more so that basically if you want something to dig into, it's there. The theme of the show is Struttin by Louie Zong, and all other music provided by Kevin McLeod of Incompetech.com. This is a bi-weekly show, so we will have new stuff for you in 2 weeks. Our Twitter handle is @StumbleQuest. You can find the cast on there as well if you want to check out our personal social medias. And link to our Discord is in the description. Please join us there. It's a wonderful place full of wonderful people talking about all sorts of stuff. It's a good place to hang out if you're looking for good places to hang out on the internet. Please leave us a review if you like us. It helps a lot, and the only thing that helps more than that is sharing us with your friends. Thanks again for listening. We hope you like all the changes. We hope we've got some new listeners, and we've got some fun behind-the-scenes / bloopery stuff. I'm sure a lot of you have noticed we constantly reference vibe checks in this episode. There was a half conversation that I caught when I turned on the microphones of Jeph trying to figure out what vibe checking means, so we went down that rabbit hole, which led to all those references, so this will provide context for that. And on top of that, I also have a fun little send-off to our old theme that we kind of did jokingly one recording session near the end when we were all good and tired. So we hope you enjoy that, and we hope to see you in 2 weeks. Okay? Bye-bye.
We started seeing the violence associated with it.
Yeah.
It was just like, how are you?
No, yeah,
It was
yeah.
vibe check.
No,
But now it's like, anytime you see it's vibe check, it's either a photo of somebody about to hit somebody else, or it's a gif of somebody beating someone, and it says vibe check. And I'm
See,
like,
the
what
only-
the fuck does vibe check mean?
The only vibe checks I've seen are people about to make out, so I don't know.
What?
Yo,
How are they
bitch.
so different?
I'm about to run up on you and fucking vibe check you.
Yo,
Yeah.
bitch.
Which
I'm
that
gonna vibe
makes
check the
sense.
fuck out of you. Stop!
I know how to solve this problem. Urban Dictionary.
I just, you know? What the fuck
Jeph,
is vibe check?
Jeph, I have some really bad news for
What?
you. We're getting older.
I know. I feel like I've aged like 50 years in the past
I
2 weeks.
I do feel like it's accelerating with like the
Vibe.
I don't know, the dialect is like becoming like so strange because of the internet. It is.
so
it was
fucked.
there.
Oh,
There
it's-
wasn't really anything like that when we
No,
were kids.
it's fantastic. The so I have friends who are doing like
What?
PhDs in linguistics,
yeah,
and all of the
and it's only in the
slang.
English
All right.
language too.
Yeah, but all the slang that happens in the English language all originates with teenage girls. She sat down and basically wrote a PhD on fucking Tumblr. It was amazing, like about Tumblr. It was
Okay.
amazing.
What?
Top definition for vibe check on Urban Dictionary. This is the second definition for vibe check. A vibe check is a time where you're about to deck someone with your fists or another blunt object while you're on a vibe or when they say some stupid shit.
What the hell does that mean?
The first definition is a spontaneous and usually random time where someone checks your vibe. A vibe check should usually be a pleasant experience where the person being checked is vibing.
Yeah, that's what I picture.
I
a vibe
don't
track
understand
as.
what any of that means.
What you need
it's
to
like
do-
You're
What you need to
speaking
do is
fucking
be
Greek.
vibing. Be
There is-
vibing, Jeff.
Hold on.
What does that
Hold
mean?
on.
How do I vibe? Are there different types of vibes?
There are
Is there
good
only
and bad
positive?
vibes.
Yeah.
There's good vibes
Okay.
and bad vibes.
There are, Jeff, there are two more definitions.
What?
There are 7
Definition-
classifications of vibe.
Definition 3. When an individual attempts to check somebody's vibe and murders them in the process. Most commonly happens when someone does not have a good vibe.
You can't say
and-
when somebody tries to check somebody's vibe
And accidentally murders
definition
them.
for checking someone's vibe. You have to define what the fuck a vibe check is before you say checking someone's vibe.
They clearly did. This is the second definition.
Definition.
the third.
Definition.
Oh, there you go.
Definition 4. The act of killing or beating a person, usually with a baseball bat or pistol. Okay, hold on.
No mention of vibes. Zero mention of vibes in that one.
Vibing is a link. I just clicked on vibing. Vibing. 1, hanging, doing nothing, chilling. 2, listening to music. We just vibing in a basement.
Yeah.
Another definition. When two individuals who are interested in one another are in the process of starting a romantic relationship. Amy and I are just vibing. Definition 3, to be in a relationship, friendship with someone. It's basically two people who claim to be just friends yet flirt continuously with one another and are in constant state of denial about the fact that they are dating, although it is not a relationship as they claim all the basic relationship rules still apply. Dude, you and Kylie are couple goals, dude. Nah, bro, we ain't a couple, we just vibing. So it's basically if you like somebody, somebody will kill you for liking somebody. I don't understand.
Exactly. It's so loose.
Okay, but you know
It's being
what good
friends with
vibes
someone,
are.
being in a relationship with someone, being in a not relationship with someone,
Okay.
beating someone to death.
You're
No, that's a vibe
asking.
That's a vibe check. You're missing something though. Here's
You know what good vibes are.
Yes, you know what good vibes are. Here's the thing.
I'm feeling none right now.
When
So
you're
you know what bad
clear.
vibes are.
I
You're
know
experiencing them
exclusively
right
bad
now.
vibes at the moment. And I
so
don't know what it means to check them.
So to me, if I was like, "Yo, Jeph, vibe check," that'd be like, "How you doing, bud?" And you'd be like, "Bad."
now,
But
And-
would
and
that,
that would
you
tell
asking
me-
involve you hitting me with a bat?
No, I think
what
that's what it's become.
I'm getting bad vibes from this conversation.
Here's what
right
I
now.
propose. You perform 2 types of vibe checks. One where you make out with someone and one where you beat them with a bat, and you figure out which one you like better, and that's your definition, okay?
Also, you don't tell the person what kind of vibe check it's gonna be until you're in it.
Kellan, your dice raise.
well,
wow.
here's the other thing that you're not realizing is sometimes when you're doing a crime, you don't want to be honest about the crime that you're doing or going to do, so you come up with code words about the crime.
Yeah.
So if you're in a, so let's say,
It's like motherfucking vibe check, bitch.
yeah, exactly. So
Swipe, 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 yeah.
let's say you're in an organization that breaks the law for money on a regular basis. And you get together and you go, hey, this gentleman is interrupting our cash flow. And
This
you're,
gentleman's asking for a vibe check.
yeah, and then your boss goes, I need you to vibe check this man. When you're eventually arrested for this and they go over your phone records, they can't go, he said he's going to murder that guy. He said vibe check. And then they go, I don't know what the fuck that means. And then
Like me.
yeah, and then the
Are
code
you saying
works.
I'm a cop?
Yeah, you
Jeff's
fucking
a narc.
Jeff's a cop.
I'm not a fed, I swear.
Jeph, what I've learned from this is you and I are both cops.
Shit.
I can't believe I'm a cop.
And I've
I'm a
learned.
cop.
Actually, this makes a lot of sense with the campaign.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And what I've learned is that I listen to a lot of rap music, and because of that, I've now turned into the rapidly middle-age approaching white guy that knows way too much about the street slang.
I don't understand how I'm on the internet always and somehow constantly miss these things.
It's a little behind the scenes thing.
Yeah.
We can just mention it in the listening parties.
I guess we're gonna have to re-record the intro once we.
What do you get
when you take?
when a bunch of dickheads sit around a table and throw fucking plastic shit at each other?
Wow.
Dungeons and Dragons! Bye!